Hello and welcome to Influence Travel Vacations. My name is Julie Munch and I am a travel industry veteran of 30 plus years. I'm so excited to bring you this opportunity to offer exclusive savings to families all across Canada. And the way that I am able to do that is through a closed user group. And that's why you have a login. It's super simple. It's just to get access to these incredible exclusive savings that I'm able to offer. So all you do is press start, and we are just going to put in your name and your phone number. I'm not going to put in my real number, but let's just put in um, a number for now. I'm going to put in my my email, because you can use it at any time. Okay. So Julie at influencetravelvacations.com. Feel free to message me there. You can message me on Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever works. You probably know me from multiple different groups, right? Okay, so we're going to just press submit, and that's it. That's how easy it is to get access to these savings. Okay. Now, we are super excited about this site because it's been a huge investment, many years to get it to you, and it's so user friendly. And I want to give you a couple ways that it really works for you. So, as you can imagine, if you know your dates, it's super easy, right? You do traveling from wherever in Canada, going to wherever you want to go, put in your date, put in your duration, put in the number of rooms and guests, and choose your filters. Maybe you want a water park, or you want golf, or you want a mini club, or a villa, or a swim out room. There's even no extra for single occupancy. So if you're a single parent, that's a great place to choose that filter. And maybe you want close to the airport because you have small kids. Maybe you want a small property. So whatever it is, apply those filters. Now, I just want to let you know something. If you are booking more than one room, or if you have children in a room, it won't let you do more than one room. That is every travel platform in Canada. I'm not sure why, but that's the way that it is. But this is what we can do for you. If you have multiple rooms, and I'm not talking about groups, we'll get to that in a second, but if you have multiple rooms, you can book them quickly in succession, really one after the other. And if for some reason you cannot book the second room or the third room, and therefore you want to cancel, you can immediately go into manage booking and cancel that first room, or you can get in touch with me and I can cancel that for you. Okay. Now, if you have two rooms, for example, and you've booked them in quick succession and you're all good to go, just quickly send me a message, and I can get those files linked for you. We can put requests on the rooms. It's not an issue at all. So I want you to rest assured that you can book multiple rooms. Okay. Here you can go down and look at unbeatable getaway deals, and these are from the tour operator. So right away, this Grand Palladium Select White Sand in Riviera Maya is already 52% off. That's incredible. So that's pretty cool way to just look at deals if you're just like, oh, where can I go? What I love is up here, you'll see we got Mexico and Cuba, Dominican and Jamaica, and it shows you all the different deals. If you're wondering, what's Caribbean Escape? Well, you can just drill down right here and it shows you Bermuda, St. Lucia, St. Martin, Turks and Caicos, or West Indies Wonders. What's that? Well, it's Cayman Islands, Curacao, Grenada, Puerto Rico. So lots of incredible ways to do great deals, and that is a really good way to do it. Quickly on the subject of groups, we do a ton of groups. We do destination weddings, and you may not know this, but it depends on the resort for a group, but typically anywhere from 8 to 10, sometimes 12 adults booked. Okay, let's use an average of 10 adults. Then sometimes you, the person who's putting the group together, can go free. So shoot me a message at julie@influencetravelvacations.com. Let's get you your groups booked, and maybe you can travel free as well. That is how simple it is if you know your dates. If you have complete open and flexibility in your dates, what I suggest doing is going to the best price grid up here. Now, it's not only for people who have flexibility in dates. It's kind of nice just to see if you're planning for the next year, what prices are like. But you press best price, and you can put traveling from wherever in Canada, how many days, direct flight. But look how cool this is. We're going to go to Dominican as an example. You can click Dominican here, And already you see, okay, so green means go, yellow means a little bit more expensive, red means the most expensive, and it shows you the whole year. But then you can further drill down and choose your location. So let's say you want to go to Punta Cana. Well, then look, it's going to show you every single hotel on the site in Punta Cana for the entire year. So how cool is that? So if you have flexibility, say you're going in February and you want to go to Dominican, if you press February in Dominican, it's going to automatically take you to the cheapest date to travel. It happens to be February, for February in Dominican. Okay. So that is a wonderful way to begin. Now, if you have a little bit of flexibility in your date, so say you want to go February, let's just use February 1st for an example here. But you have a little bit of flexibility around that, right? We're just going to use this first resort at the top. You can press flexible dates, and now it's going to show you the month-long grid. Okay, so now you can actually look for the entire month for this property when the options are. Okay, so that is super, super cool. Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention is up here, you're going to see that it says you're enjoying exclusive influence travel savings. Learn more. So if you want to see how that's working, you can press that. It's going to click into just a quick PDF that shows you, competitors' prices versus our prices. Now, you also want to pay attention to this green button that talks about luggage, okay? So if it says early booking baggage incentive there for Sunwing, then your bag is included. If it is, let's say, for example, this is showing, okay, so Transat is not showing you anything about luggage, but Transat almost all the time has a bag included with their pricing. However, WestJet, for example, does not. And they will charge you for a bag unless you have their credit card or some other thing that you might have, like being a frequent platinum flyer or what have you. But they will charge you for that, so that is extra. And Air Canada Vacations will also tell you if you have luggage included. So you want to really pay attention to that. Okay. So now I want to just take a quick look at the filters, because this is where it can really, really work well for you. So for example, you've got your 5-star, your 4-star, you've got your direct flight, but here, look, you have water park. So I know so many of you want a water park. So you can stick that in. You can stick in all inclusive, because if, for example, like you're doing a search relatively, it will show you even European plan with no meals. It'll show you breakfast only. So if you want an all-inclusive, you can do that. If you want a mini club for those little kids, you can put that in. I always do. If you want a swim out room, or maybe you want a villa. But then here for the single parents, let's select no extra for single occupancy. Okay, that's super important. That'll help you get those kind of more budget-friendly resorts that will work for you. Or maybe it's a resort, not necessarily like lower budget, but that is offering an incentive for single parents or such. Okay, then hotel distance from the airport, that's huge, especially with little kids. I personally like smaller properties, so you might want to choose like less than 200 rooms or 50 rooms or such, and then you press apply filter. So we're going to do 5-star, and we are going to do all-inclusive. I want a mini club and I want a water park because mama needs a vacation, right? And we're going to do close to the airport. So let's do apply filters. Now, you always want to make sure up here, when you've done that best price, it's only doing adults. So you want to make sure you're putting in your kids, okay, and their ages. Okay, and we are going to do search. Now, it is automatically doing Dominican because we had chosen that, but otherwise you can put wherever you want to go. So it is telling me that all-inclusive 5-star with a water park, this is what's coming up on February 1st, the Barcelo Bavaro Palace, the Paradisus Grand Cana. I've stayed there a couple times. It is incredible. Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana. Well, most of us know what an incredible resort that is and what a top bestseller it is. If you can afford it, go. Okay. Let's click into, let's take a look at how the savings works. Okay. Because one of the most important tips I need you to understand, and it's not just about this travel site, it is any competitor site, any travel platform in Canada. This first price you see may not be entirely accurate. And that's because the pricing is dynamic, meaning it is always changing. You've got people all over Canada booking. You've got that always changing. And so you want to be able to ensure that you're actually looking at the accurate price. So we always suggest clicking through to essentially where the credit card page is, where you're entering that information. Okay. So right now it's saying 68.19. You can pick your different room categories. Let's click through. Okay. Because say you're choosing a different category, well, you want to be able to make sure that that price is valid. Here's all your flight times, okay? That's going to change the price. So see, the price has changed a little bit down here. Here are your extra options. So you've got your tour operator insurance, the option flex. That is incredible. I always recommend getting the tour operator insurance. It typically gives you the opportunity to either change or cancel for any reason up to either 3 days or even 3 hours before departure. You can add on excursions, which you might want to do in Canada because you're paying Canadian dollars versus American dollars once you're in destination. You can sometimes, like for example, if this was Jamaica, you can add in like the VIP lounge. So you want to make sure that you're taking a look at these extra options, okay? So if we change the flight, okay, but this is saying all of the same flights, but it's like this one's in club class, for example. We could do that, and then you press continue, and you want to make sure that that price is updating. It may stay the same, okay? So here, this is where you start putting in your information, and the price is now valid, okay? So that is something to really keep in mind when you are comparing pricing. So whether you're comparing it to a competitor or even just, very often you're in the middle of booking and you're like, why has the price gone up? No, you're not being gouged. They're not trying to take advantage of you. It's just how the dynamic pricing updates. Okay. Now, finally, I want to help you take a look at the exclusive savings. So when you're looking at the fact that we are cheaper than other sites, that is because as a small business owner, I am able to go in and offer you guys discounts, and or I should say savings, because that's something that I want to do for you because I would like it done for myself, right? So we're going to take a look here. The savings that we can offer is always on the base price. So when you're comparing prices though to another site, always compare the total price. And you'll notice that if you were to look at the base price of another package for the exact same package, right? The exact same flight times, the exact same room category, that our price here has been reduced. Now, this is kind of a fun thing to look at right now because I cannot believe this. Am I seeing this properly? February 1st, the Barcelo Bavaro Palace. Look at this, $11.16 that the child is being charged. That's incredible. Now, of course, there's really high taxes and fees, but that is what it is. It's the name of the game. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I've done a pretty extensive FAQ page on the homepage that you can take a look at. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message either on Facebook or via email. And post-travel, of course, you have any agent, one of our agents who can help you if you have any questions or issues. And once you have booked, you can always go into manage booking here, and you can put, you can update your names if needed. You can put special requests. You can put you can do seat selection. So there's a lot of stuff you can do on your own as well. So I know it's a long video. I hope you had a chance to watch it at 1.2 or 1.5 times the speed. It's such an honor for me to be able to offer you this opportunity and these exclusive savings. And the best thing you can do is to get on our email list, because that's where you're really going to get access to all of the flash sales we might have, or special incentives or things like that. So it's been a pleasure, and all the best and safe travels.